All right, class, settle down. Class is in session. Everyone get to your seats. Okay, and we're back. So anyway, once you've used all this stuff up, you can also switch over to different flooring types if you want to vary it up instead of just relying entirely on this checkerboard flooring. Oh, goodness. Okay, well, I don't actually know what my dog wants right now because I've given him everything he could really want, realistically. He's probably hungry. He's just always hungry, though, so, can't give him food when you otherwise get just fat if I did. Anyway, I think I had one more stack of this stuff, so let's go grab that. And then we'll have to switch over to carpet. So, gonna tile up the winterometer as well, I think. This science machine and all this stuff down here, so. Yeah, this is going to sort of be a tile area, and then we'll have our carpet further up north. Now, as you can see, we have tons of ground left to cover with this stuff, but we don't have enough of that ground type, so we're going to go into structures, if I recall correctly. Is it structures? Do I have to go over to my shadow manipulator for this? Really? I didn't know I had to do that. Yeah, it is checkerboard flooring. Now we've got that, we can just make it. So we're going to make probably, well, we have our stack with us, so we'll just make it as is necessary. I'm going to leave that one as is. This bush is kind of in the way, so I might have to actually change camera perspective. I don't like having to change camera perspective in this game because it gets a bit disorienting. But you do it with Q and E. Okay, so I'm going to make a few more here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, I think, unless that's a double layer there. I can't really tell. Oh no, that's 2 layers. I'm going to need 3 more. No, I'm going to need 6 more. Jesus. Yeah, this stuff goes quickly. If you want to wear marble armor, don't decorate your interior like this, because you can't do it. Unless you are lucky enough to have lots of marble in your world. The alternative is you use the potato machine, try and find more non-renewable resources in another world, but that involves tearing down this base and abandoning it and starting anew. Let's see, one more. I accidentally built 5 instead of 6. Okay, there we go. And that's all the carpeting all of that type of floor that we're going to need for now. So we're going to take the carpet, going to put our marble in here, just in case we want to expand that out a little bit more. And we're going to fill this in with this nice, comfortable-looking carpet. I think I've got enough beefalo fur that I can do the rest of this area in carpet if I need to. Yeah, I'm missing a couple of tiles, just a few there. So we're going to look up the recipe for that. I forget what it is, in all honesty. Wood flooring, carpeted flooring. It's 1 beefalo fur and a wooden plank. No problem. We'll eventually get around to clearing off our floor of all this tufts of grass, but, for now, it's no real option. Night's approaching, so we're going to pick this up before we go hunting for wood. There we go. Okay, and it's getting late. We've got a little bit of time here, so we're going to chop down a tree or 2 before we get to dealing with our carpet making. We only need to make 3, so I don't think I'm going to have to worry about that much. I'm not going to need more beefalo fur. And after this, we're going to have to go mining for rocks, because I want to have this entire thing sort of encircled with rocks. Now, some people say that walls you can use as a sort of defensive structure. I don't use them for that. They break, and they're not really replaceable, so they're not that useful in that capacity. What you have them for is decoration. That way it's like, yeah, this is my house, But if they all get broken down by something, they're hard to replace, and they're expensive, so don't really think they're worth it for that purpose. I'm going to build 3 of these for now. I think that's enough to cover what I've got there. And apparently that's all I can make anyway, so let's give this a go. Okay, prototypes. All this prototyping is sort of helping my sanity, I think. I can't really remember if that still applies, but I like to think that it applies. Alright. Okay, and so what I'm also going to do is I'm going to sort of cut off this area from the outside as well with another little wall. Just so that I've got like a little private bedroom with all the little things that I would want in a little private bedroom. A lonely little private bedroom, but that's fine. I've got Chester, that's all I need. Okay. I'm going to go light this fire as well, because I'm going to sort of be working on some things while I'm down here, like looking in these chests, see if I've got rocks anywhere. I don't think I have. I tend to use them up as soon as I get them. I've got 2 rocks. Not going to be enough to build a wall all the way around our place, so let's toss that in there. Let's start making ourselves another pig helmet. I think Chester had my rope, so let's go bug him. Oh right, no, we left our rope down in that spider-infested hell. So let's take that and build ourselves a little bit of rope. Fight, pig helmet. Perfect. Put that on and put these away. Gonna have to kill ourselves some more pigmen because we want more of those pretty darn soon. Okay, I'm just gonna take my extra grass tufts and I'm gonna stuff them in this box down here. Since we've got plenty lying around, and we're going to use those as fuel as they come up, but I mean, like, we got so much of the stuff and we don't really even need it as fuel. Okay. Once again, just making sure that we are looking fit. And let's get ready to go find some rocks. Now, there was a rock biome up here that didn't have to go through all those spiders, so that's where we're going to go for our rocks. And, you know, we're hungry, we don't have much food with us. All we got's this big stack of honey, but, I mean, that's going to be okay. While we're around, we're going to be looking up, we'll be on the lookout from this point on for Qualiphant trunks since we're out of fresh meat. We've got plenty of food in the bank. We don't really need it. It's just, you know, might as well get it if we can. Stick the meat in the fridge, stick it on the drying racks, pull off that jerky that's in the drying racks, so that we are, you know, still staying ahead of the game. You don't want to ever find one day that's like suddenly, oh, we don't have any food anymore. What are we going to do, Chester? Because Chester is not going to answer your question for you. I'm going to stick that there for next time I'm around here. Oops. There we go. And, yeah, eventually that'll grow up into a nice, delicious crop of some sort. Looks like an awful mess down there. While we're up here, we'll also probably kill the tall birds. Just take their egg and eat that too. Should have eaten before I left. There we go. That's plenty of that nonsense. Can build 2 of these again. Now we're at the point where I'm gonna start eventually building luxury whatevers because honestly we've got plenty of gold. Might as well build them. Now, rocks are a limited resource in my map, but they won't be in yours. What you can do is you can go into a cave and find whatever rocks you need down there, and they'll eventually replenish. So, rocks are no longer something you have to worry about. It's just that this is an older game file. I started this guide before the caves updates sort of came into play, so I don't think there are any caves in this seed. But there's still plenty of rocks for everything that I need to do with them. All that you have to do is avoid using healing salves if you're a little bit worried about running out of rocks. But now that they're an unlimited resource, you especially don't have to really worry about it. Okay. Oops. You do need quite a lot of the stuff. I think you need about 100 rocks to fully make a base the way I like to make it, so we're going to go for about 100 rocks, which is going to be this entire area. We're just going to clean it out all in one go, and hopefully that'll be enough. If it's not, we might have to go to the spider-infested hellhole again. But, you know, you just hope and pray that that's not going to come to that. Wow, that one didn't really have any rocks. It had 2 rocks and a whole ton of flint. This one looks a bit better, yeah. Okay. So this is relatively long, slow, laborious work, but, you know, it's not that difficult either, so don't worry about it too much. Just think of it as sort of a day off until the next hound wave comes and tries to kill you. Speaking of, we're probably approaching a time where they're probably coming soon, so we're going to have to get ourselves ready for that again. We're just going to once again hide amongst either the beefalo or in our spike trap room, whichever's closer. Right now we're a bit closer to tentacles and beefalo, so we might go for that. I might show you how to make gunpowder if I can remember what you needed to do it. I've got those eggs that are rotting is the only reason I'm thinking I might do that. The problem is that there's no real practical application for the stuff as far as I can tell. It explodes and it destroys all your inventory and kills you, is basically all it does. Not the most useful thing. Theoretically you could use it to kill monsters, but I find that they don't walk over it when you want them to. Okay. 45 rocks, we're getting pretty darn close to what we need. Just gonna eat that seed so it's out of the way there. This one as well. Okay, Chester, let's give you that. And we're just gonna mine up this. Okay, and that took forever. While we were up here, we killed a tall bird and made another egg. I think I'm actually going to raise this one. That's one of the things that you can do with tall bird eggs. I've never actually really cared to do it before because tall birds aren't all that useful necessarily as additional allies or companions. Chester, on the other hand, is incredibly useful with his inability to keep up with me. Just been, but I did kill the tall bird, so we've got some more meat, so we're going to be able to go a little bit longer before we have to worry about fighting a qualiphant. Not that I'm really all that worried right now, but it is something you always should consider as trying to have enough meat so that you can constantly be filling up your racks and constantly just making more and more jerky all the time. That nonsense is still going on down there. Okay. Whatever I planted there is starting to grow. Let's hope that turns into a dragon fruit in the middle of nowhere. That'd be great. A rock right here. I didn't cut it down. Oh well. It's a reserve rock for later if I'm desperate. Okay. We got 120 stones. That's 3 full stacks of the stuff, so we're pretty well set for that. Not going to have to worry too much more about that for a little while. Does Chester make his way down here? I hope so. Okay. Let's just drop that there for a little while. Well, whatever. Don't really want to be eating raw meat in this game. It doesn't help you out very much. I think it lowers your sanity perhaps, but I'm not 100% sure of that. I'm just going to cook up and eat this qualiphant trunk for now. That'll be fine. There we go. Now our sanity is a little bit low, so we're going to fill our crock pot up with honey as well. Actually, let's look in here for old honey. Oh no, this is all relatively fresh. Okay, well, whatever. Honey keeps for an awfully long time, but I've had that go bad on me too. There we go. Store that in there. Let's eat these for the hell of it. I could have planted that, but whatever. Okay, let's get over here. Let's look for structure. We have to refine it first. Have we got an open slot? Yeah, we have. Oops, there we go. Okay, I'm gonna add that to the fire there. We're gonna drop this egg off there. Or no, how do you... I think I'll leave it there and see how that works. I haven't actually done this in a long time, so... Oh yeah, no. Okay, good. Hatching. I'm going to need some seeds and berries to feed this once it pops up, so I'm going to harvest these bushes here. There we go. You have to keep these at the right temperature, which is hard to adjust for. I prefer using fuel like sticks. I'm sure that someone who's done this more often can be of more help in this particular instance, but that's just how I do it. Is I try and keep an eye on it and try and sort of use sticks and grass, because if it gets too hot, it kills it, and if it's too cold, it also kills it. So, you know, very finicky little bastards. So let's drop these off. I don't think so, buddy. What? There we go. Okay. It's probably a little bit cold, so let's add a little more of that. Let's go to structures again and start hammering up more of these stone walls. Now you do have to feed these guys or they will attack you. I'm not sure what sort of attack they really have. I don't think they were that strong last I recall, but I didn't really get attacked by mine, so don't really know. Okay, got 10 of those, so let's head over to structures again. Is this too hot? Yeah, it's too hot, so we're gonna move it over here. Now it's day, it's a little bit hotter out, so we're gonna put it over there and hope that that treats it a little bit better. Anyway, let's keep building our stone walls here. And that'll be enough for just now. Anyway, we've got, as you can see, we've got ourselves a nice sort of template to put these stone walls down on, and that'll be a lot more convenient than, oops, shit, well, a lot more convenient than trying to freehand this and then having our floors like jutting out through our stone wall and all that other awful, awful potential stuff. Okay. There's that pigman that lives just outside our walls. He's ticked off. He's protesting outside here of the new Land Enclosures Act that heavily disfavors pigs. But you know what? All the food is inside here. We control the world now. It's not our problem. Because we're filthy, filthy capitalists, or sorry, monarchists, bastards. Alright, anyway. Let's see. The problem with doing that egg thing while this is all happening is that you sort of have to watch out for it. Let's go grab our chest with the hammer in it, if we still got one. I can't remember if I even built one. There it is. Okay, so we need this for when we make errors with our stone wall. And that'll get you a regular rock back. Now you make 6 of these end up being 1 rock each when they're level 1. So you can safely hammer down those ones that you screw up and reconstitute them without wasting too many resources. Okay. Oh, well, oh. Dear. Okay, let's just toss that in there. How do you get inside? Oh, you better not. Okay, I'm gonna move this over down here. Oh, I'm surrounded by pigmen. I'm worried that the pigmen are gonna eat my egg. I'm not sure if they eat hatching talbert eggs. I don't think they do, but you never know. I mean, I know that there's that weird dish in that, I think it's in the Philippines that they eat this, but it's basically like a sort of egg fetus. And, you know, it's actually apparently pretty good. But, you know, or it's a fertilized egg, basically. I can't remember, damn it, can't remember the name of that dish, but, you know, not something I personally would want to try, but apparently it just tastes like chicken, which makes sense, because it's, you know, a chicken egg. Weird that I won't try that, because I do eat a lot of strange things, but I kind of do wish that this game had a more eloquent wall placing system. It's a little bit awkward in this game. Okay, just gonna replant some of these sticks outside these walls. Damn it. Okay, this ought to be a little bit easier actually. Might be a better angle. Or that'll happen, one of the two. Damn it. Okay. The thing that makes this so hard is that you can also reinforce walls. And what that does is it makes it harder to break, but it costs more rocks, and I don't think you salvage as much if it by percent if it breaks. So, tricky, tricky, tricky. But anyway, this is just sort of what decorating's like. It's a little bit of a tedious, laborious process, but well worth it if you've got the time and resources. And sometimes you can get this to happen, which is always pretty fun to watch. Okay. For some reason, that's particularly common when placing walls. I think you are allowed to have the flowers inside the wall, so that should be fine there. Okay, let's go find and grab our egg here. If it got eaten, I'm going to be tremendously unhappy about that. Okay, well, I'm just going to assume that our egg got eaten by a pig. That seems like the most likely thing to have happened. Fortunately, we've got a backup in Chester. So far, yeah, that's annoying. You damn pigs. Okay, well, whatever. Anyway, let's just head on back in here and start our fire up again. Let's use more of these. Take a chop of that. And let's just try placing this other egg down here. And tomorrow we'll just go and kill those pigs, because that sounds like a reasonable retaliation for them killing a child. It's a child bird, which, you know, a little bit different, but, you know, infant mortality rate on this channel is already 100%. Not a good start. Okay, yeah, I cannot find it for the life of me. I'm probably going to get attacked by like a baby tall bird that's starving to death or something. Yeah, I'm just going to do the other way that I've seen this happen, is where you just only raise these things at night. So, like, you put it back in your inventory, and then just raise it by the fire when you're sitting here. And have nothing better to do anyway. I wouldn't worry too much. Tall birds do spawn eggs infinitely, so you don't have to worry too much about that. There we go. And since we're over here, let's start dropping these down. I'm going to leave a bit of an exit near my bedroom area. Somewhere around here, so I'll figure out where that is in a bit. Oh, that's the wolves. Okay, well, let's build ourselves another torch. Let's pick this up. This way, okay, good. Gotta get our map oriented in the correct direction. Anyway, let's head over to the beefalo herds. The wolf packs currently are small enough that we can manage them. Hopefully this one will come with a, what's it called? Can't even remember what they're called. Ruby, I think. Summer wolves can sometimes drop those rubies. Here we go. I don't see any fires breaking out, so... Yeah, none of these are actually summer wolves. These are all just regular wolves. Okay, well, this isn't even worth picking up after. Okay, let's just head on back to base, since that was clearly a waste of our time. You can eat the hatching tallbird egg. It seems like a waste of a tallbird egg in my opinion, but you never know. Alright. Back to building our base, slowly going insane. Just recommended that I cook a wall chunk. Clearly I am going insane. Okay. This game would really benefit, I think, from a sort of drag and drop feature for the wall, but, you know, it doesn't have it, so this is how you sort of have to do it. There probably is some faster way to, like, place down wall, but I don't know what it is. Okay, so we're going to leave a little door up there. Whoop. Thank God for the lightning rod, stopping all our stuff from getting burned down. Go. Okay. I might actually run out of rocks before I finish these walls. Looks like I'm going to. So I'm going to have to go down some other biome to finish off this wall. Which is a bit of a shame. On the plus side, I just checked Chester. I forgot that I had more marble wall, or more marble flooring than I thought I did. But, you know, I can use that for a base expansion or something. Or whatever it is that I end up doing with it. It's probably going to just be relatively inconsequential, but interesting. And that's really what the entire point of this particular exercise is, because at this point, I mean, I'm not hungry, I don't need food, I don't really need anything to survive, so, you know, this is just what I do to pass the time and to make my life here a little bit more pleasant. Even if not necessarily more, even if not necessarily easier, it's more pleasant this way. Go. I'm going to leave a gap there. So I'm going to actually dig up these saplings. There we go. I'm going to put these 3 on the outside. Let's just drop them down here. Go. Okay, and that's all the rock we have for now. We'll get back to that as soon as we have more rock. For now, I think this has been just sort of a good guide to looking at how to build a base, which apparently we've decided to shape like a heart. I did not actually, I was not thinking straight on that. Well, we now live in the heart-shapiest house in this area, were it not for the fact that one side's a little bit bigger than the other. But, you know, that's fine. I mean, one side of your heart is in fact bigger than the other, so, well, if it's not, then you've got a severe medical problem and should probably have that looked at. But other than that, you know, things are going pretty well here. I mean, our camp is doing well, we're going pretty insane, but we've got means to cope with that. We've got plenty of rot from that monster meat, and basically we're not in any danger of anything in particular at this time. That wolf wave was so wimpy that I'm not even going to consider that a wolf wave. So, let's just continue on our merry way for a little bit longer. We'll wait until morning and then we'll go out and get the rest of those rocks. But you guys don't really need to see that. I think this is a pretty good guide for how to just sort of do some basic renovations, make your place look a bit tidier, a little bit nicer, and eventually you'll have a really nice looking base/fortress.